We're going to Miami. I don't remember the rest of the word. Yeah, it was something like that. Hey there, beer tubers. Welcome back to Beer Analysis 101. Your host, Maxwell Starr. We've got Lady Lee, Rob, and Greg here with us. We are going to do...
Oh, hello, Nick. I haven't interrupted you tonight. How are you? Good evening. Goodbye.
Technically, you're speaking intern. Maybe. Not really. We are going to be doing a beer from a brewery that we've never done on this channel before.
Never.
Psych. Yeah, we're taking a look at Collective Arts' IPA number 30 in their long-running, at this point, IPA series that I think the first one we did, I think it was like 6 was the first one we ever did a BA 101 on. But yes, limited release Beach Haze IPA, which is apparently Miami-style New England IPA, which Florida is not part of New England, nor is there actually a real Miami style. We'll get into that here in a moment. Let's go see who we've got with us, starting with the power duo here, Rob and Lee. How are you folks doing tonight?
Excellent. We're very good. We're very good. So the first week they were supposed to do this, I got really sick, knocked me on my ass sick. And then, unfortunately, he got it the next week, and it knocked him on his ass. And now we both recovered, and we're both well.
I feel like it took me longer to recover.
Mine came out worse. Yours was just longer. Because I was
man colds are always way worse. It's like
worse.
It's like a completely different.
It's almost a near-death experience.
For me, I couldn't get out of bed. It was so bad. I was really fucking sick. For him, it just wouldn't go away. He was just kind of sick, but sick enough that it just was exhausting for him, but it just wouldn't go away.
So,
he had it longer.
So he had a man flu.
Yeah.
I feel man flu would have been had it been my reaction and the longevity of it. I would have said that was it, but it wasn't.
Well, we've always been impressed by Rob's longevity.
Occasionally.
Yeah, Rob's like a zombie, right? Rob Zombie.
I'm trying to think the dead don't come. I don't know, but no, that makes sense.
Yeah, I thought it had something to do with a zombie dick. Then I'm like, oh, okay.
Music reference. Greg won't get it.
Yeah, what?
Rob Zombie makes movies too, so I know. But that was the joke.
Yeah, that's true.
Any Bob?
You should know. You should know him. All right, so you guys are doing great. Let's go over to Greggy. Greg, how you doing?
Hi, Nick. I am a big fan of Rob Zombie's Halloween. It's an excellent Halloween movie. Some say it's the best. Probably isn't. But anyways, I'm doing. No, I just think it's misunderstood. I just don't think it's terrible, but I would say it's the best.
Yeah.
But he certainly knows how to capture hillbilly culture. That's for sure. I got a beach haze as well. I brought a beach haze to this BYOB, and I have a glass. I'm gonna pour it. Now, fun fact: every other week that we're supposed to do it, and it got delayed for some reason, I drank mine, and then I realized at the LCBO that this fucker is $5 a can. I'm like, oh, I'm not gonna drink it. I'm not gonna drink anymore.
Is it really $5 a can there? Wow,
yeah,
$5 a can.
That's a lot for you guys. I mean, that's average price here, but because we get fucked over.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. I mean, 6.8% IPA, and I mean, spoilers, it's not a bad beer at all, but it's I was like, oh, $5. I could buy a lot of other things for $5 or for a lot less than $5. So yeah, this is probably give you my last one of these. But
yeah, probably because we're doing the review on it now.
That's right.
It's over now.
I mean, it's a massive shelter. It's not like there aren't more of these available, but my goodness, that is a proper hazy.
Mm-hmm.
Hazy.
Are there also hazy? Oh, I cheers to you.
It's so hazy, it's dating Beyonce. All right, so...
if any of the Haze boys were here, they'd be real excited, but they don't want to join us.
Hazy, Jay-Z, whatever.
Chris Lee.
All right. Right.
Red
let's go over to me, and I've totally got this beer too. Yeah, it's $5.99 a can here, so that's pretty. That's pretty steep. Holy shit, we got 5 beers. Yeah, I just feel like when it comes to the average price for a New Brunswick beer, I mean, it's gone up because I don't know. I don't know why we're paying so much more for beer in New Brunswick. It just doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. But for the most part, I find like 475 is kind of the low end. I don't even know if there's anything for 450 anymore. I've actually stopped drinking a lot of IPAs lately just because the prices have gone up so high. But of course, I love trying them. $5.99. Collective Arts usually is a premium in New Brunswick. So anyway, I'm doing fine. So let's go down to the let's get into our little history here. I'm going to read our usual blurb on Collective Arts, which since this is the umpteenth time, I've literally that's the same spiel I've read for the last, I don't know, half dozen Collective Arts reviews. We have looked at Collective Arts the most of any brewery on DA 101. Wow. Mainly because it's a brewery I get here and they always have consistent releases, and we get most but not all of the IPA series. So we'll go into too much detail about them other than to say that Collective Arts was founded in 2013 by Matt Johnson and Bob Russell. Johnson and Russell, along with brewmaster Ryan Morrow, began brewing on contract space over at Nickelbrook in Burlington. I've now had way more beers from Collective Arts than Nickelbrook. So not that I don't mind Nickelbrook, but clearly Collective Arts is going places at that time. So Collective Arts and Nickelbrook opened a joint brewery in Hamilton a year later at the site of the former Lakeport Brewery. Collective Arts since bought out that share of the Nickelbrook in the brewery and operates it now as their main brewery with production and volume and distribution to reach across Canada, into U.S. and even abroad. Yeah, like I think Craig in the UK was able to get Collective Arts for a while, and I know that I think Collective Arts is into the States as well. And the brewery that they did buy up is pretty huge. Although I think when Lakeport closed, much of the capacity that a massive brewery like that was like, I think it was like a lot of it was torn down, and I seem to remember somebody saying like it was filled. Some of it was filled with concrete, but I'm not sure. But even then, it's still a massive brewery, and they still have a massive volume that they can produce. Anyway, so going into Collective Arts IPA series, after introducing the Collective Project series of seasonals around spring of 2016, the Project series have since evolved into a series of Project IPAs. They also have a line of Project Sours, beginning with Project IPA number 1 in February of 2017. So that was 8 years ago. Starting around IPA number 23, Mosaic Four Ways, Collective Arts temporarily dropped the number system. Thankfully, that heritage made a triumphant return in IPA 27. And again, I want them to keep this going as long as they possibly can. It doesn't really take much space in the can, but I love the fact that it's just kind of like a piece of their history at this point. So their 30th entry in the IPA series. This is Beach Haze Miami Style IPA, which is a 6.8% ABV New England style IPA brewed with Sabro, Citra, and Vic's Secret hops. Released in March of 2025 and features can artwork from LK_Inks. I'm assuming they got an Instagram page.
It's got the albino rhino on it right there. Look at that.
Santa.
Is it really?
It's got Santa.
Oh, yeah, it's got albino rhino sitting there catching rays.
Yeah, we know that's fake because he can't be in the sun.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, so yeah, LK Inks from Lincoln, UK. I do like the logo. I am still really unable to find too much more about what a Miami style IPA is, other than it doesn't really exist. They're just saying because it's
just a bullshit term.
Yeah, it's a bullshit term that states that it's a tropical forward IPA. Yeah, I won't go into too much into the flavor notes. Let's see what we get into the taste. So before we get over to the comments, to which I see that there's a few, including Craig is in the chat. We'll talk to him in a second. Here's Craig. Nice to talk. Nice to see you. Yeah, let's go over to Lee and Rob, and we will ask them what's their history with this beer. Or I'm actually kind of curious to hear Rob's thoughts on Collective Arts if he's had much from them.
So, history with this beer. This is our first time having it. History with Collective Arts. I've already mentioned it. in the pure previous ones. Like you said, we have this one often. It's one that we can all get frequently. We can all match frequently, so it's an easy one for all of us. But I don't know about you. I don't know if you have any history.
I don't think I have any history with them.
I don't think we've had one yet.
Popping your collective arts cherry.
Yeah. Definitely my first, as far as I'm aware.
You'll always remember your first time.
Indeed.
Yeah. That's it. Nothing exciting. Nothing new to add.
Right on.
Short and brief.
Like us.
All right. Speaking of short and brief, hi, Greg.
Well, Jesus, Nick, I said I shared that video with you in confidence.
You're not short. I know that, but.
Okay. We're going to walk away from this conversation. So anyways, yeah, I've never had collective arts before, so I'm very excited to try it for the first time. But if I had it, I mean, I'm not going to go through my history. I've had most of the IPA series. I missed one or two here and there, but I've had most of them. I like collective arts generally. I'm pretty positive about it. I mean, I can take or leave the art. I don't give a shit about art, but yeah, they like to support it, whatever. I will say IPA number 5, still one of the classics, just because it was the beer that introduced me to liking hazy IPAs. I'll still go on record and say a West Coast IPA is better always, but Ontario was really bad with hazy IPAs at first. Like their stuff sucked, and there were a few good US ones at the time. But again, how often can you get US beers unless you travel to Michigan, which I used to do. I don't do anymore. And hey, Collective Arts IPA number 5 came by. It made us all happy. It's like, oh, this is actually an okay style sometimes. Still not as good as the West Coast. And and then Ontario actually started making some decent ones. I maintain they still. I know Lee's hating on them in the comments, but I'm sort of with you on the hate. I'd much prefer West Coast, and I hate the fact that New England has taken over. But at the same time, hey, at least there's some good ones there. Boobies, thank you for that. Yeah, so I lost my train of thought, Nick, and I can no longer think. Goodbye.
All right, I understand why. All right, thank you, Greg. Let's go over to me, and I can talk about my history. I'm not even sure if this counts accurate. I'm pretty sure it is. I'm looking at like old histories I've written on Collective Arts IPA series before. I'm pretty sure I've had like 26 of the 30, including IPA number 1 and number 3. But yeah, it was like number 5. I think IPA number 5 from Collective Arts. That was the big one that got everybody's attention, because that was like a big, juicy double IPA that was fucking phenomenal at the time. And there was that unofficial one too that was like Liquid Arts Fest.
Liquid Farts Fest, yeah. That was basically Fest, yeah. 5 Alive with a bit of vodka put into it.
Pretty much. It was like one of those things that tasted so much like juice. And like, is it juice or is it beer?
Well, and that's the thing. I mean, I know there's some people that just appreciate that you can make a beer taste like that, and fair enough. But at some point, it's like, I don't know, you could just kind of have a cooler and get the same experience.
Well, yeah. Anyway, going with the IPA series, it's always been one that if it shows up here in New Brunswick, it's always kind of low-hanging fruit to do a consistent beer that we can always do on BA 101. If I can get it, like for some reason we didn't get IPA 29, but IPA 30 showed up. Anytime it comes out, I'll pick up that member of the IPA series, and I've been kind of getting into also picking up the sour series too. So that might also be a beer that we can look at as well. They come out with
I think there's a new sour out.
Yeah, I think they come out. Yeah, I think there's a new sour out, but I think they release a new one like every 3 months. So at least when we're looking for beers, because beers are getting like hard to come by. Maybe not so much anymore. If they start relaxing the trade barriers between provinces, we might start seeing more and more beers.
Wouldn't that be nice?
That would be fucking nice. I would love to be able to buy some more Quebec beer. But I digress. All right, like do the CL, like Fèche Mortel regularly here would be fucking amazing. But,
and I mean, I know this is all being done, and as a reaction to our neighbors in the south right now. But the reality is, this should have been a fucking thing 20 years ago. Like, why Why can't you just ship beer across borders?
Even longer than that. Like it's
called bootleg. That's why.
Yeah. Archaic post-prohibition regulation that we've had in Canada, that every individual province regulates its own stuff rather than having some kind of national system. I feel like we should also move over.
At the end of the day,
I don't want to blow Alberta's dick or anything. Like, I feel like Alberta does it the best.
Well, and at the end of the day, if a few people are literally traveling back and forth across the provincial borders to get their beer, it's not going to have any major impact on your economy or your taxes or anything like that. Like, this isn't millions of people doing it. This is like probably a few dozen people doing it.
Anyway, we're not here to debate the government semantics, which I totally get what you're putting down.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go to the comments. And Collective Arts is shitting on, or sorry, Lee Russell's shitting on how about no history of Collective Arts? Fuck them. All the collective art fars, all the collective farts in one place. I'm assuming. Hey, Kent. Yeah, Craig. Detective Farts. That sounds like an interesting TV show idea.
Wow.
Corey Terry. Terry's not here anymore, apparently. You just called me Carrie. I thought you were friends, Craig. Lesby friends, yes.
Wow.
Wow.
Look at filthy Craig over there across the pond.
If a brewery makes an NEIPA, I won't drink it anymore. There's probably 20 potential reviews I've left on the table because of this.
See, I mean, if you're just saying like
scissors, baby.
Now, is it you don't drink anything from the brewery, or you just don't drink that specific hazy? Because I was gonna say, if you blacklist the brewery because they make a hazy, there'd be like nothing you could drink.
That would be stupid. And even then, like there is like don't get me wrong, I like hazy beers, but there is a lot of them. I have to be in the mood to drink them. And it's not like I won't buy them, because I even bought a couple from Long Bay tonight. But it is one of those things where I really do wish they had more variety in IPAs. I do miss and will buy a good West Coast, and I kind of miss like the old school pine bombs we used to be able to get. Like, remember, I've quoted this before, but remember the bitterness wars of the early 2010s? Like when you were trying to make an IPA as bitter as fucking possible, rather than everything be smooth and drinkable and taste like juice.
Yeah,
like,
and then as it turns out, past a certain point, you can't really taste the difference anyway. So.
Oh yeah, like I've still got the bottle for that Flying Monkey Super Collider that was apparently 160 IBUs. No, it was not. It was bitter, but it was like the shock only goes so far.
It's like dudes that build their $10,000 PCs and they're like, I can run this at 600 frames a second. It's like, yeah, but your eye can't process it, so it doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah, and I would say like they used to say that, oh, human eye can't see any faster than 60 frames a second. And I feel like I don't know if that's accurate, because I mean it does make a difference having 165 hertz refresh rate.
It's not completely accurate, but it's when you start to get massive diminishing returns. Yeah,
it's diminishing returns. It's like having like nicer components on your bike, or better audiophile sound cartridge on your turntable, or something like that. There's only like, yes, it gets better as you spend more money, but it only goes so far. Diminishing returns. All right, so let's scissors, baby. Rock hard as beat scissors. Low. Damn, we were at 8 IPA 30. Yeah, they've been doing these for a long fucking time. I remember starting to get you guys at number 3. I still don't know you. If you never get the beer, Craig, you're more than welcome to come back on. That's on you and your good taste. Remember when you could send massive boxes of beer across the Can-USA border for fairly cheap and nobody cared it was illegal? Remember we used to put like on the customs label saying snow globes?
I never sent one to Joe from Canada. I used to bring them across the border to Michigan and send them to him. But I don't think I ever tried to get one through customs.
Yeah, the only time I ever did a beer mail with Joe, I gave him a big box of beer to take back with him when he went back to the U.S., like after, I think, the first Blind Rhino Beer Fest. But he sent me a big package. Oh, yeah, I got Joe's big package back in.
There you go. Hopefully it was a uniform package.
Fuck, Greg can read these.
Yep, I can now.
Style. Greg can read them. I have mod power now. Whoa. Who gave Greg? Oh, that's right. I think I gave Greg.
I think you did while you were drunk.
I did. Damn it. Oh, I'm not taking it back. I think it's high time we admit the reality of the ground.
I don't
we don't want to admit we trust Greg.
I don't give the mildest fuck about mod power. I'm just happy I can read everyone's comments now because half the comments I was missing before.
It's just blocked from everybody.
Apparently, I was. Lady, can you make a comment? I want to see if I can read your comment now. Finally,
I was about to do that.
Let's see. Let's see if it shows up for me. Yes, I am a poo-poo face.
You can see my comments.
Everyone commenting is a mod.
Was it mod power? You know a channel is success when the chat has more mods than watchers.
Yes.
That's a good point.
We watch each other though.
There's 6 viewers, but they're all people we've known for years.
It's all just a wonderful circle jerk.
Yeah.
Mods.
Greg is a poo-poo face.
I mean, I told you that in confidence, but fine.
I was more talking about how Nick gets slow down his brain to read post properly. If you had the beer, you can come on and read the comments yourself, Lee. So there you go.
Wow, shots fired.
Alrighty, quit the show. I like to watch. Yeah. You can say that about multiple things, can't you, kid?
Watch you, watch me.
Craig's a filthy boy.
Stop fucking tickling my feet.
Hey, Craig. You know it's funny. You might be coming to Toronto this year, supposedly, and Agnes is going to London in the fall. So there you go.
You do some swapping.
Yeah, they can do some whatever.
We've barely gotten through this week's beer.
That's fine. They can ask what they want.
I haven't even thought about what we were going to do for next week's beer. I started to ask Lee before the show.
So Collective Arts has the other one that you can get.
Yeah.
Orange sour.
Pretty sure I can get that one.
Yeah, let me look and see if I can get it.
I bought one.
Brandon was talking about getting it.
I think you can. I think you told us. Well, granted, it was several weeks ago, maybe months ago, that you told us you could get it, Nick. So,
Orange creamsicle sour number 32. Is that the one?
I think that's it.
Oh shit! Yeah, there's lots of it around. I can still get it. I'll get one on the weekend.
Pretty sure I can get it.
I know we're in the, but yeah, easy to do.
Let's see.
Yeah, it's that one with the. It's the one with the girl with the sunglasses and flowers in her face, right?
If it's the same picture on each can, yeah.
It's not the same picture on each can, but can I actually get it? Where are you? What
I can get it.
Settings?
This one, right?
I'm sure I can get it. It just thing is stupid.
Number.
All right, yeah, we'll talk about it anyway. So
the phone update logged me out. Now it doesn't know where my location is apparently. But I'm pretty sure. I think I think I have to travel like 3 kilometers next. So you're pushing your luck, but I think I can get it.
Yeah, forget that 3 kilometers is like 20 minutes for you.
I mean, you're not wrong.
It's more than 20.
He's in Mississauga. Sounds bad.
Yeah.
It's not as bad as Toronto, but Mississauga's getting. If you go in the morning time, it's fine. But like fucking Mississauga after like 2 o'clock, it's starting to get like Toronto. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, for me, it's like 6 kilometers away is the nearest store that sells beer, and it's a grocery store.
Yeah, but you guys are on country roads with no speed limits.
That's true. I have to drive by 2 farms in order to get to anywhere, no matter which way I go.
I don't know why Laylee's singing.
So Craig says Craig might have his afro regrown by the fall if Agnes is into that.
Oh shit!
I agree.
Drinking this right now? You're not on the show,
Brandon. Yeah, Brandon. I'm having this Beach Haze IPA right now, and I think it's all right. It's not something I would buy again, but I do have another one in the fridge, and I do have that orange creamsicle sour.
Brandon, I'm going to throw it out there right now. You're a piece of shit. You're a piece of shit. You're not on the show. You're drinking the beer right now. You are a piece of shit. Tomorrow, Nick is going to punch you. I give him permission to punch you, and you're not allowed to tell HR about it. And he's going to give you a purple Nurple. But because you're a nice guy, Brandon, you get to
Don't
pick.
tell your stepmom.
You get to pick which nipple it is.
Seriously, I'll be something will be coming up more often. That's like, yeah, you'll be calling in sick to work.
Yeah, Brandon. Now's the time to start breaking out the whiskey and then move all your tickets over to Nick.
Oh, his car won't start. That's the problem, right? Yeah, sure. Oh.
Nick will say it's your fault for not buying a Toyota.
He's got a Honda. It should be good.
Oh yeah,
it was kind of funny. Like the ignition broke on his car there yesterday, and I had to.
That is funny, Nick. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. That's going to cost him money to fix.
Yeah, remember car repairs? I don't miss those.
Stop it.
And I lost my screwdriver. Oh shit! You can't start your car without your screwdriver. Anyway, all right. So,
what is this car his, or did he just steal it?
Oh, it's his car. Okay, so the ignition on his car broke, like the pins in the key broke, so he can't get his key all the way in the socket. So his dad's a mechanic and just tore it all apart today and replaced it, and all the pins are taken out, so he can start his car with a screwdriver now. So the joke is that he can start his car with a screwdriver. He has to unlock it with a key to get into the car, but screwdriver to start it.
I mean, oh my God. I mean, this might be just the Greg part of me talking, like making my white privilege talking. But should he not take it to a mechanic and get it fixed? I don't know.
Nah, it's all worn out because it'd be like $500 to replace the starter or the ignition or something like that. So
okay, are we talking about a car that's worth more than $500, or
it's an 09 Civic? So
probably
it might be. But
actually, after
a lot of money.
It's still probably worth like 5 G's after COVID.
Yeah. Is it Ricky from Trailer Park Boys' car? No, it's not a 1975 Chrysler New Yorker with a missing door. Yeah, we talked to Mopar with Rob in the room. Still do use my key, but technically you can start it with anything.
Sounds
not
like
putting much more money in this car. It does work great. It's in decent shape as long as it still runs and doesn't break down on the highway.
My car.
So far, so good.
That's so safe.
Here's the thing: it won't break down on the highway until it does.
So
we're not driving in that car.
Rob, I drove to get beer today, and Rob does not like my car whatsoever, in the least, because his is a brand new Jeep Cherokee that drives really smoothly and is stupidly comfortable and has all the fancy features, versus mine is a 2011 broken down like CRV. So we were driving on the highway, we're going 120, and he's literally gripping the car. He's like, I don't feel safe. I don't feel safe.
Rob, did you get like the Hellcat Jeep Cherokee?
I wish we had that kind of money.
Oh.
Yeah.
Which one did you get, the SRT or I assume you got a V8 in it?
No, we got a V6. We went for the classic. Good fuel economy.
Well, you're a family man now.
You actually got a car that's reasonable instead of a V8 Durango.
Yeah, right.
That thing was so dangerous. Holy fuck! Okay, the fact
I
was
don't feel safe. I don't feel safe. I don't feel.
Oh no, it wasn't the safe part. The safe part was fine. It was the fact that my car at like 100, you could feel everything. Everything would vibrate. I know that I'm going 100. With his car, I look down at the speedometer. I'm like, I'm going 140. Shit! I need to slow down.
That's any fast car though. It's like you're like, oh yeah, I'm going too fast. Even my wife's car. My wife's car is not fast by any means. It's got like 230 horsepower, but you can just go over 150 with no problem.
So quickly, like no issue. It barely makes that. And the fucking thing, you touched the gas like a little, and it was like, it just went. Like I could overtake anybody. I was like, fuck you guys. It was dangerous.
How does Brandon pronounce jalapeno? Is it jalapeno? Does he love chicken chips and pepperoni cocks?
I'm assuming that's a trailer park reference that I don't get.
Does he have Alex Lifeson from Rush tied up with duct tape in his trunk?
Jesus.
I do live in the boonies a bunch. My friends grew up here, and a few from the trailer park up on the road. Yeah, I know. The trailer park's kind of more of a maritime thing. What?
What's boonies? What's boonies for people? Because like I come from a town of
living out in the boonies to be like living out the like in the country or where
I found out my original hometown has 69 people per population.
That's a wonderful town.
So that would be out. That would probably be out in the boonies.
Magical population.
That's why when someone says like, "Oh, I live out wherever," and there's 1,000 people, I'm like, that seems pretty big for a small town. Like mine literally had like a bar that shut down real quick, a convenience store that shut down real quick, and like
the boonies would be like out in the country where there's like a house every kilometer or two or more.
Anything less than Mississauga is boonies for me. even parts of Mississauga are boonies.
Buries the boonies.
This would be like a beat up road going through the woods.
Okay, the road I lived on was called Cricket Road, and literally it was just like farm after farm. So it was one road and probably had like maybe 10 houses. And it was a good long chunk to be able to walk from one end of the road together because like farmland takes like huge spaces. Like you could have you could literally murder somebody out there and no one would find out because like everyone was so far away from each other.
No one would hear the gunshot.
And then like the town over the closest is like Dalkeith, which is tiny, and then Alexandria, which is the biggest town of the area, which has 3,300, and then St. Elmo, which probably has 5 people. Like I don't know.
Lisa's taking notes.
And I see how many people we have. I'm like, not the boonies. Like, I feel like I lived in more of the boonies than you live in.
I feel like I'm going to avoid ever traveling with Nick to this area because things may happen.
Nah, you're fine.
I came to North Bay.
I'll show you what the back roads look like, Greg. Why are we getting out of the car?
Are you coming on to me?
No. So yeah, like Lee's saying, had people to understand how true to life it scares me how much that is realistic in its sense of like being like a maritime trailer park kind of like
Trailer Park Boys you guys are talking about?
Yeah, Trailer Park Boys in the country outside the city limits where I own acres of land and have 10 feet high bonfires and parties
city
where
limits.
nobody bothers
you.
You.
Close to a city. I live close to a town that had 69 people.
69 people.
Well, yeah, but like where Brandon lives is like right outside the city limits, and it's down a country road, and I think there's a few houses on his road, but it's like so everybody's so spaced so far apart. You could literally like just have like he was saying, have a giant bonfire. You build the biggest fucking bonfire in your yard, and nobody bother you because the cops would never find out.
So what you're saying?
The house would burn down.
The next Chris Pamps' piss up must be located there.
This is where, we're gonna have the next. We're gonna have the Willow Grove or Garnet Settlement piss up at Brandon's place.
There we go.
No, my neighborhood, we are all 1 to 2 acres apart. Although, so like a neighborhood in the middle of the boonies. Yeah.
See, I think we had like 6 acres when I was growing up, and then the neighbors all had like 100 acres because they were farmers, or over 100 acres because they were farmers.
Okay, that's a hamlet or a small village. Yeah, so that'd be even smaller when Lee lives in. I think Lee's like Kingston Greenwood. Is it Greenwood? Yeah, Greenwood. It's not the largest town either, but it's smaller than my area, which is Quispam. Although I live in the outskirts of Quispam, so there's like farms and some subdivisions out here. But I'm like 5-10 minutes away from the rest of the main part of the town.
She took the
thousands of people. All right, let's continue this show because I see that we have a special guest. We have a special guest in the background. We want to talk to you. Hi, Craig.
Hey, friend.
All right.
Wow.
All right. We're going to talk to him in a bit.
Like so, I heard a name, I looked, and it's gone.
We'll get to it. We'll finish this episode.
I feel Nick is mad with power right now.
All right, so let's get down to our final thoughts, starting with Lady Lee and Rob.
I do look like a lady.
So this beer, it is really hard to slow drink this beer because it goes down really smoothly. Like it's kind of I feel like a little bit bitterer juice, more bitter of a juice than you normally get. Like I do taste like a little bit more of that citrusy peel to it, but it's not an in your face what's the word? Obtrusive taste. Like it's a nice kind of taste that like, ooh, yes, it tastes like orange peel, but doesn't feel like I'm sucking on orange peel or biting into it and eating it. So it has that like nice hint to it at the end. So as like a hot burn thing, I think it does it in a nice way. I wouldn't be able to drink this super fast because there is that little bit of bitter taste to it. That if I did drink it too fast, I feel like it would become overwhelming. But it's enough that I can still really enjoy this beer. I can take my time with it, which is nice because you don't always want to just down it. But it's still like an easy drinking that I can drink at a nice pace. So I do taste a lot of orange juice. I don't know, for whatever reason, I just taste orange juice. With some other things, it's like the most obvious flavor that's like punching me in the face right now. But overall, like it's a really good beer. Style wise, I think it does it well. I think I really like this. I'm gonna go. I don't even know. Are we going up based off a Miami style, or just like a?
Well,
just say
it's
New England
style, so I wouldn't go off that.
I like it. I think it's a really good standard to beat other beers by, but there is some areas of improvement. So I'm gonna go at a 9. I'm gonna give it a solid start. And personal preference, I think I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go 8.5. I think it's a really solid beer. It's really good. Price is a little bit much for me, but in general, I think it's really tasty. Your turn.
All right. My journey with this beer took a turn. So I started this off wondering, oh no, we're having another citrus beverage where it's going to overpower and destroy me. And it's delicious. It's really good. It's not, like Lee said, it's not like you're chewing on the peel itself. It's just a little hint of it. And I really enjoy it. So I would recommend it. It does not feel like a 6.8%. It tastes like a 6.8%. It definitely feels like juice. Could definitely a nice hot day on the patio. Enjoy a few of these. These would be great. So I'm going with an 8.5 on both ratings.
I feel like it's a cop out.
Why?
I don't know. 8.5 the same because you always go the same.
8.5.
I'm noticing a trend. You just go the same.
Mm-hmm.
Mind you, you're just learning. So
yeah, it's gotta be bad. Price wise, it's lower on price. But
the end.
Okay.
The end.
All right. Thank you very much. Thanks, Rob. Let's go over to Greg, who's
Pretty
happily
bored.
drinking another glass of it, or he's drinking something else.
Ransack the universe. Good. I'm having another collective arts beer.
He's drinking the sack.
So I'm gonna sort of copy and paste what both of you have said because I'm in more or less in agreement. This is what's left of the Beach Haze. It is extremely, like, stupidly easy drinking for a 6.8% beer. Like, you could not tell me what this is. I could, give me 6 of them. I'd drink them by the pool very quickly, and next thing you know, I'm just passed out drunk, and people are taking advantage of me.
As long as we have your consent.
Ooh. So maybe I only need 3 with those.
We need consent first.
All right. Well, I'll have my lawyers drop the paperwork beforehand. So, we'll have all the appropriate signatures in place.
Excellent.
But
good job, Greg.
But anyways,
bring your lawyers in though.
Yeah, good job, Greg.
But
billable hours.
Yeah, that's okay. I being me, I have to have a lawyer entertainer anyway, so it's fine. Yeah. So anyway, it's I think Rob mentioned it doesn't taste like you're chewing on the skin of citrus fruit, whether it's grapefruit. And I do get more. I do get this is in general, like I get kind of an orange grapefruity mix of this, like it's almost like an orange grapefruit juice. But yes, that's the difference between a good hazy IPA and a bad hazy IPA. And there's so many of them that it's like, oh, I'm chewing on the rind of a grapefruit. This is so pleasant. Because in real life, we love to chew on rinds of grapefruit because that's just what everyone does on a day-to-day basis in our society.
Bite it like an apple.
Exactly. So Yeah, and that's why so many, in my opinion, so many hazies are bullshit because they taste like that. And it's like, well, I mean, that's not really what the flavor. That's not really a flavor that's considered great. Like, why don't you just make a rotting meat IPA because we'd love to taste that too. So again, this is good. This is I kind of I get more of the grapefruit than I do the orange, but to me, it's like a mix of the two. It's like it is the grapefruit, but it's definitely feels like it's sweetened up by the orange. So overall, I quite like this. I mean, weird criticism, but I hate the look of it. But doesn't factor into my rating. I just hate the look of it. Yeah, I'm gonna give it as a hazy. It's up there. It's a 9. As a personal enjoyment, I'm gonna go an 8.5 in personal enjoyment. I'm actually quite enjoying this beer. That's why I kept drinking them, because every time Nick is like, "We're not doing it tonight because somebody's sick or we don't have enough people," I'm like, "All right, well, I'm drinking this anyway," and I'm like, "Oh, it's actually pretty good."
We were 2 assholes. We're sick. Sorry,
Yeah,
guys.
Yeah, how dare you? How dare you? Again, I mean, just plug your nose and drink it. It's the same thing. So just you can drink with a cold. Why not? I mean, if you're bedridden, Rob can just kind of put a funnel in your mouth and dump a little in on your deathbed.
People got them on sale.
I give this a 9. It's great.
I thought it was accurate though, because when I have a cold, they don't taste as much. Like, it doesn't taste as good.
No, I mean that part's true, but yeah, this is actually a delicious beer. If it wasn't $5 a can, I'd probably actually buy more of them. But yeah, this is one of their best releases in a while. Actually,
it's really good. I enjoyed it.
Okay.
As a first timer for this brand, it's pretty good.
Nice. That's one thing that's great about the New England style IPAs. Like, as much as we're burnt out because there's just so many of them these days, is that they're accessible.
They are. I do feel there's probably a wider range. Like, I think with the West Coast, there's a more narrow range of what a West Coast generally is. And I mean, you do have some outliers, but more or less, I think with West Coast, it's a little more narrow. It's delicious narrow, but it's a little more narrow. Whereas I find, again, the hazy IPAs, you can go all the way across the spectrum from bullshit ones to actually ones that are pretty good. Still not as good as West Coast, but still pretty good.
Oh, yeah. Like, I still remember having some pretty fucking phenomenal ones from the States when, like, the last time we had the Welland piss up. So
yeah. Well, I mean, the thing to remember is the States is usually at least a few years ahead of us at all times when it comes to brewing. So you're going to find
so much more competition there, and that's one thing I really don't like about the protectionist system that we have a lot in like in Canada. Like the trade barriers is that the breweries in each province are really only competing against themselves because they're always entitled to market shelf space. So successful breweries, like, there's not enough competition for the breweries that we have to survive, so the quality of the product doesn't really get as high as what they have in the States.
It's like you go into
cutthroat.
You go into a decent bottle shop in Michigan, and most of my experience is in Michigan, but I know New York is similar. It's a fourth the size, the quarter the size of an average LCBO, because LCBOs are usually pretty big, and it's got probably 4 times the selection of not only just beer, but like other alcohols like whiskey, scotches, bourbons, all that shit, because they don't have to have 20 of the same thing on the shelf. They have a few of them. And they have lots of them. And you can buy individual cans. You can buy stuff. They have the shit that doesn't need to be refrigerated, like barrel aged stuff. They put that on the shelf.
Lousy breweries are guaranteed shelf space with the current systems they have.
Everyone's guaranteed shelf space pretty much with that system, and it's great because you could literally go there every day for a year and probably buy a 6-pack and never have to buy the same beer twice.
Well, but what I'm saying is like specific breweries that maybe they're not producing great products, but they're always guaranteed shelf space. So they're being the better competition, better products are being blocked from coming in to compete with them.
So future advertisement for beers in general, just sidebar. It has to fit a whole can, and this is the whole can that barely fits. So it needs glasses. Advertisement. Make them fucking fit. Make your glasses big enough so the whole can fits.
Yeah.
Boobs.
Yeah.
All right. So,
And speaking of pineapple,
but I do agree with that. Like you should make your things stand. Now the only thing is there are different sizes of beers, so that's the only tricky part is that
this is average. This is average of what you can find smaller, you can find bigger, but it's
Yeah.
the average you might find at the LSPO. This is what you should aim for your fucking glasses.
Look, it's perfect.
Right. All right.
So,
Greg, you done?
I'm done. I gave my ratings.
All right, my turn. So my thoughts on Beach Haze IPA. I don't know if this one wows me quite as much as it seems like everybody else is getting wowed. Like the canning date on mine is March something.
Mine's March 13th.
March 13th, 2025. So we really are drinking the same cans. I'm not getting as much orange as you guys are. Like I mean, I'm getting like orange in the sense that I'm getting like orange pithiness, maybe the sourness of an orange juice. Most of the flavor, like I think maybe it's because I read the label and I read Sabro, and every time I read Sabro, I think coconut, and like I'm getting coconut out of this thing. I'm getting coconut, pineapple. It's floral, little hint of bubble gum in it. It's a nice light beer. I've had beers that have like a much smooth, like New England style of IPAs that have had much smoother mouthfeel, and I've had IPAs that bring more citrus to the table than this. And like, it's not that I don't like this beer. I just feel like I'm not quite as wowed as what everybody else is sounding here. So I still like it.
I wish I had coconut in mine.
But it's not that I regret buying it. I definitely don't. I think it is a great IPA. I just don't think it's quite a 9. I'm gonna go with an 8 for both style and overall. Just
that's still fairly high.
It's still fairly high. I just not as high as everybody else. Like 9.
Oh, you gave it this is a beautiful beer. 5.5 out of 10.
Yeah.
It's better than
and you know what? I'm complicating things for myself because everybody else gave it an 8.5 for overall enjoyment, and I gave it an 8. So now I got to calculate instead of writing 8.5. I could cheat.
Bring the score down.
I'm bringing my own score down. I'm the one causing my own fucking problems here.
That's okay. You're giving us
I can't. Like I feel like that's an 8 to me, and like
then you should give it an 8. You shouldn't be giving something a rating it doesn't deserve in your opinion.
Exactly. Fuck it. All right. But, I'm going to put everybody on. I'm actually gonna
in terms of the orange, I mean, I would say like if I were to liken this, like you took grapefruit juice, you took orange juice. I would say this, in my opinion, 75% grapefruit juice, 25% orange juice. That's kind of what I'm getting.
I think I had because I had some orange today, like very orangey tasting. So the orange is very like active on my tongue, and I think it's a tasting.
I feel like it's more orange than grapefruit because I hate grapefruit.
Or
that's the thing about everyone's tongue. We taste a little different.
Oh yeah.
Damn. All right, you're always talking about where your tongue's going. Speaking of which, I'm gonna do the math. So for the graphic, and I think there's a few comments, but I know it's from. I'm gonna add Craig in.
Hey.
Oh, we don't.
While I do the math, I'm gonna add Craig because he's waiting in the background to talk to us privately. So like, but we all love Craig and we don't talk to him much. So
everything tastes like asshole to Craig.
Exactly.
Asinine.
I like your hat. It's very North American.
You look like you're ready to go to the Calgary Stampede with Dan.
Jeez. Oh, any Stampede. Yeah, no.
Do it.
Stampede coming up.
Oh, there, you can come to Sturgeon Falls. It's on Preference.
Yeah.
Sturgeon Falls. Okay.
Sturgeon Falls. That's where we're today.
Sturgeon Falls.
Went there for lunch.
Yep. Some idiot forgot their wallet at the dealership yesterday.
That's great news.
Wait,
money, they might as well keep the wallet.
Fuck, I forgot it again.
Shit. I was sorry. Is that idiot on the couch beside you by any chance?
No, it was me. I forgot it.
You forgot.
I'm sorry. Can you get it this time? Yeah, brilliant.
Oh, I thought you were.
I forgot my wallet and I bought lunch because he went.
I misheard. I thought you said some idiot pulled out his wallet at the dealer. I thought you were giving Rob shit for buying a new car.
No. I forgot my wallet at the dealership yesterday.
Dealer.
That's okay. They probably hooked you up with some new car as well.
They would.
That
All right.
doesn't work.
So here's our ratings. 8.6 so for style, 8.4 overall. I'm the one that brought it down.
Yeah. Well, I mean, again, that's still a pretty high rating.
Yeah, that's pretty friggin' high. And that just goes to show, like, Collective Arts, like, despite them having this IPA series that has gone on for so long, despite them being a brewery that's as big as they are these days for a craft brewery, they still make some great fucking products. And even then, we're giving this like an 8.6 and 8.4. It's a New England style IPA, a style we're kind of burnt out on. They do a good job. Just can't deny them that.
That's not the table.
To quote Ken here, to quote Craig here, pineapple works for taste.
Kent. Sorry.
Kent. To quote Kant here.
Hello, cunt.
Hello, cunt. Cunt beer reviews.
Cunt is a wonderful word.
I'm really sorry. I definitely didn't bring it.
Cunt is a great word, although I will say the word. I feel the word twat is underused.
So yeah, I'm not feeling guilty at all.
Nope.
I like cunt. Like
Sorry,
cunt
not
has
sorry.
like a nastiness when you say it, but it's a very powerful word. So cunt. I like it.
Yeah.
I mean, over here it's just
And you can add to it, like, if you call someone a sloppy cunt, that just like adds a third dimension to it.
that's normally seconds.
Cunt is best, especially when you pronounce it with a British accent.
Anyway, yeah, it doesn't matter.
Vaginas are pretty resilient, so cunt is like a strong.
Oh shit, we're still.
Cunts can take a pounding, man.
We're still live. Okay.
We are still live. Yeah. All right. So that's your episode for the night. We are 8.6, 8.4. We haven't decided. Oh yeah, we kind of have decided what next week's beer is, and we're going to go back to Collective Arts and do the Orange Cream Skull. I think, as long as I can go pick up.
That would make sense since we can all get it.
Either that, or did we want to do a BYOB and then do Cream Skull another week, or
June?
I don't know. I'm good either way.
what?
Sorry?
June 11th is the day after my grad. So I may or may not be here because my parents.
So you're gonna be like annihilated drunk?
Yeah. And
Get drinking.
yeah. And next week, June 1st? No. What's next week?
June 3rd.
June 3rd? This gentleman won't be here. He's out of town. You can get it out of town, though. Oh.
Can't you just do an internet connection from your car and be like, hey guys, here I am doing a beer review driving back.
This is why we need automated driving cars.
Automated.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, you should have bought Tesla.
No.
Wrong.
Swastika.
Swastika.
I'm not against the whole automated thing. I generally like the idea of driving, but it's like, I want to be able to go to the bar and then have it drive me home. Why not?
Yeah, exactly.
Africa.
Exactly.
Is it Africa?
I don't see what the issue is.
When you get
They
an
have
Africa,
They have
Africans.
$8,000 smart cars. Electric cars. Anyways, they're doing a whole thing.
I would've-
It's really fucking cool.
I would have loved to have when a couple months ago I drove the car to the parking lot and then took the bike out for 20K or so, and then the chain snapped on my bike and I had to walk the last 5K. I would have loved it if the car could have come and picked me up, but it couldn't do that. Buick just doesn't have that technology yet.
Yeah, it should be some aftermarket thing by now.
so
Yeah,
I
like
would say.
he can buy it with his phone.
So for next week's beer, Lee and Rob are available for next week.
Just Lee.
No,
Just
I'll be driving.
just Lee.
Home. Yeah.
For next
Okay.
week, next week, okay.
All right. Do we want to do the cream skull or do we want to do BYOB of some sort?
We could do BYOB because we bought the creamsicle. We each bought a creamsicle.
Oh, that'll be gone by the weekend.
Yeah, I'm gonna go get a creamsicle so we can do it at some point.
Yeah, whatever. We can always
We'll
just
why don't we open it up a little and have a BYOB? Any ideas? Craig, are you around next week?
I hope so. I hope I live that long. So, but whether I
you hope you live that long. I'm not dying of blood poisoning in a week.
We hope you do too because you're an awesome cunt. So.
I hope to be around, but no.
All right, so how about we do this? We'll do a BYOB. If Craig's going to be around, we'll do a BYOB, and it's your pick, Craig.
Don't put the pressure on because I'll be asleep, so don't do that.
All right, well.
What time is it for you right there?
If I'm not there, then it's not on me. So
yeah, it's all right.
He can still pick the beer. We'll just do it regardless.
You can pick the beer. Well, we love you anyway. So.
Oh yeah, great.
And we don't say that like Carrie does.
Anyway, we're offline soon. So.
That's when Craig shows us his penis.
I don't give a fuck.
Well, you don't give a fuck. Is that the style? We don't give a fuck. We always do it like.
Anyway, what's the fucking point?
Bring. How about like the show and
celebratory beers? Celebratory beers.
Celebration beers.
Celebratory beers.
There. Okay, celibate beers.
I thought you said celibate.
Celebratory beers because we're celebrating. I think we're celebrating because Lee is graduating.
Sorry, your graduation is next week or 2 weeks from now?
Huh?
June 10th, but I might not be around for June 11th.
Okay.
Okay, so do you want to do celebration beers next week then?
We might be able to.
Okay.
As soon as she doesn't just die. So.
Yeah, they're not going to die of some disease.
That was like me eating a fucking carrot yesterday.
Yeah, you finally like that. That seems like the worst idea for a ride snack.
I said it was. I mean, I just had a bag of little baby carrots, and they were tasty, and then I choked on them like a fucking child.
Baby carrots are fucking great, especially when you get a little ranch dip.
Yeah, no, I had no dip for them on the side of the trail. I just ate a few, and
you just ate them too fast and gagged one up.
Well, the worst part is some of it got sucked up my nostrils.
I didn't know Greg had a gag reflex.
They got sucked up my nostrils too, so it's like I was fucking. So I actually ended up sneezing out a few carrot pieces, which was disgusting.
All right. Okay, so yeah, I would say that. Why don't we do a BYOB celebration beers next week for Lady Lee and Wiley Pets? Nice. All right. Well, and then we'll definitely do the creamsicle beer when we have both of them available. So, let's take this thing offline. I want to thank everybody for watching, and we'll chat with you folks later.
Cheers, motherfuckers, and I guess penis since. We don't have any other penises.
No Carrie around to show us his penis.
Vagina.
Oh, vagina.
Cheers.